If you keep waking up sweaty, thirsty, foggy, or rushing to the bathroom, your blood sugar may be warning you before breakfast. And after 60, ignoring that warning can quietly steal your energy, your vision, and your independence. Hit subscribe right now if you care about your health and your freedom. We share simple, science-backed tips like this every single day, and the next video could be the one your body needs. Here's the thing. Blood sugar problems do not always start with a dramatic emergency. Very often, they start with tiny morning clues, a dry mouth, a pounding head, blurry eyes, a second trip to the bathroom before sunrise. Sound familiar? After years of studying senior health patterns, one fact keeps showing up again and again. The body usually whispers before it screams, and when those whispers happen first thing in the morning, you need to pay attention. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 wake-up signs that should make you check your blood sugar right away, and I'll show you exactly what to do next. Now, before we continue, tell me your age and where you're watching from in the comments. This helps us understand who we're helping. Here's what most people get wrong. They think blood sugar trouble only shows up after dessert, or only in people who already know they have diabetes, or only in people who are overweight. But that is not how the body works. Not always. The truth is, blood sugar can swing while you sleep. It can creep too high before dawn. It can dip too low in the night, especially if you take certain diabetes medicines. And when that happens, your first symptoms may show up the moment your eyes open. Not later. Right then. The CDC and NIDDK both list frequent urination, strong thirst, fatigue, and blurred vision as common signs of diabetes. Those are not random symptoms. They are clues. They are your body waving a red flag and saying, something is off. So if those signs show up in the morning again and again, brushing them off as just getting older is a mistake. And sleep matters more than most people realize. A 2021 study led by the University of California, Berkeley, and Lund University found that poor sleep efficiency and later bedtimes were linked to higher blood sugar after breakfast the next morning. Think about that for a second. One rough night can set the stage for a rough morning. That is why the signs you wake up with matter so much. So let's count them down, from number 5 to number 1. And trust me, the last one is the sign many seniors ignore for years. Number 5, night sweats or a morning headache. Most people think this means the room was too hot, the blanket was too heavy, or they slept in a bad position. But actually, it can be a blood sugar issue, especially if you wake up sweaty, shaky, confused, or with a dull headache that feels strange for you. Let me be clear. Your brain runs on glucose, which is sugar in your blood. Think of it like fuel in a car. If that fuel drops too low in the night, your body may hit the panic button. It releases stress hormones to push sugar back up. That alarm response can cause sweating, bad dreams, a racing heart, and a headache when you wake up. Not a comfort problem, but a chemistry problem. A 2018 study from Osaka City University found that when people with type 2 diabetes and insomnia slept better, their average 24-hour blood sugar dropped from about 157.7 to 152.3 milligrams per deciliter. Their early morning glucose surge also fell from 28.3 to 18.2 milligrams per deciliter. That tells you something important. Overnight sleep and overnight blood sugar are closely connected. So what should you do? If you wake up sweaty or with a strange morning headache, do not guess. Check your blood sugar before coffee, before toast, before you start moving around too much. If you already have diabetes and your reading is below 70 milligrams per deciliter, that is considered low. Treat it fast, based on the plan your doctor gave you. Many people use 15 grams of fast carbs, then recheck in 15 minutes. That could be 4 glucose tablets or 4 ounces of juice. If you do not have diagnosed diabetes, still take the symptoms seriously. Write down the time you woke up, what you felt, and what your morning reading was if you have a meter. If this happens more than once, call your doctor and ask about a fasting glucose test and an A1C test, which shows your average blood sugar over about 3 months. And if your doctor has told you to use a small bedtime snack, keep it simple and balanced. Not cookies, but protein with a little slow carb. Try 1 small apple with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, or 6 whole grain crackers with 1 ounce of cheese, or 3/4 cup plain Greek yogurt. The goal is not a sugar spike, but a steadier night. But wait until you see number 4, because this one gets blamed on aging all the time. Number 4, waking up to pee more than once. Most people think, I'm older. Of course I get up to use the bathroom. And yes, bladder changes can happen with age. Men may have prostate issues. Some people take water pills. But actually, repeated bathroom trips can also be a classic high blood sugar sign. Here's why. Your kidneys work like a filter. When blood sugar gets too high, that filter gets overloaded. Extra sugar spills into the urine, and water follows it out. It is like sugar pulling water with it down a drain. That means more urine, more thirst, and more broken sleep. A 2022 meta-analysis from the affiliated hospital of Chengdu University of Traditional Chinese Medicine found that diabetes was linked to a 1.49-fold higher risk of nocturia, which means waking up at night to urinate. That is a big deal, not a tiny link, but a strong signal. So if you're getting up 2 or 3 times a night, ask yourself a few honest questions. Are you also thirsty in the morning? More tired than usual? Hungrier? Are your eyes a little blurry? If the answer is yes, check your blood sugar instead of only blaming your bladder. Now, do not make the mistake of stopping all fluids in the evening. That can backfire and leave you dehydrated. Instead, stop large sugary drinks 2 to 3 hours before bed. Skip sweet tea, juice, regular soda, and giant bowls of fruit late at night. Build a calmer dinner. A simple dinner works well. Fill half your plate with non-starchy vegetables. Use a palm-sized piece of protein, about 3 to 4 ounces of chicken, fish, eggs, or tofu. Then add 1 fist-sized serving of slower carbs, like 1/2 cup black beans or 1/2 cup brown rice. That gives you fiber and steadier energy. 1 cup of broccoli gives around 5 grams of fiber. A 3-ounce chicken breast gives around 26 grams of protein. Those numbers matter because fiber and protein help slow the sugar rush. And keep a simple bathroom log for 3 nights. What time did you wake up? How many times? What did you drink at dinner? Did you also wake up thirsty? Patterns beat guesses every time. Quick question. Have you been waking up to use the bathroom more often lately? Comment yes or no below. Now let's go to number 3, because this one seems harmless, but it can be a huge clue. Number 3, a dry mouth and strong thirst when you wake up. Most people think this is just sleeping with their mouth open, or age, or dry air. And sometimes that is true. But actually, dry mouth and strong morning thirst can be one of the clearest signs that your body is losing too much fluid because blood sugar is running high. Think of your bloodstream like a river. When too much sugar is floating in that river, your body tries to dilute it and flush some of it out. That costs water. And when you lose water all night, you may wake up feeling like your mouth is lined with cotton. A 2023 study from Suriname University of Technology and Mahidol University found that 38.4% of older adults with type 2 diabetes had xerostomia, which means dry mouth. The people with dry mouth were also more likely to have trouble speaking, tasting, swallowing, and chewing. So this is not just annoying, it can affect eating, hydration, and quality of life. Here's the smart move. If you wake up with a dry mouth, do not automatically reach for candy, mints, or sweet drinks. That can make the problem worse. Start with water, then check your blood sugar before breakfast. If this is happening most mornings, review your medicines too, because some blood pressure pills, allergy pills, and antidepressants can also dry the mouth. Not everything is blood sugar, but blood sugar should still be checked. And look at what you eat at night. Heavy salty foods can make thirst worse. So can desserts and sweet drinks. A better evening option might be 1 cup of plain yogurt, 1 small pear, or 1 cup of cucumber slices with 2 tablespoons of hummus. Those choices are easier on blood sugar than ice cream, cake, or sweet cereal before bed. You can also make breakfast work for you instead of against you. A better breakfast is not a giant bagel by itself. It is something steadier, like 2 eggs with 1 slice of whole grain toast, or 1/2 cup oats with 1 tablespoon chia seeds and a handful of nuts. Not a sugar flood, but a slow burn. And if your thirst comes with vomiting, deep breathing, confusion, or extreme weakness, that is different. That needs urgent medical help, because severe high blood sugar can become dangerous fast. But wait until you see number 2, because this one fools people into thinking they just need new glasses. Number 2, blurry vision or foggy focus in the morning. Most people think, my eyes are getting older, I probably need stronger lenses. And yes, eye changes do happen with age. But actually, blood sugar swings can change how clearly you see, sometimes very quickly. Here's a simple picture. The lens in your eye is like a camera lens. When blood sugar runs high, fluid shifts can change that lens. It can swell a little. It can focus a little differently. That can leave you squinting at the clock, rubbing your eyes, or feeling like the room is not quite sharp yet. And it is not only your eyes. If your sleep was poor and your blood sugar is climbing by morning, your whole system may feel off. A 2021 study led by the University of California, Berkeley, and Lund University found that poor sleep and later bedtimes were tied to higher blood sugar after breakfast the next morning. In plain English, a rough night can make your body worse at handling sugar when the day begins. So if you wake up with blurry vision, do not panic, but do not ignore it either. First, check your blood sugar. Second, notice how fast the symptom fades. Does it improve after water and a balanced breakfast? Does it happen after a sugary late-night snack? Does it follow a bad night of sleep? Those details matter. A smart breakfast here is one that keeps your sugar steadier. Try 3/4 cup plain Greek yogurt with 1/2 cup berries and 2 tablespoons walnuts, or 1/2 cup steel-cut oats with cinnamon and 2 boiled eggs on the side. That gives you protein, fiber, and a slower rise in sugar. But let me be very clear. If you have sudden major vision loss, eye pain, flashing lights, or weakness on one side of the body, do not sit at home and watch it. That could be something far more serious. Get medical help right away. Before we go further, if this is making sense so far, hit that like button. It tells me you want more videos like this. Now here comes number 1, and this may be the most ignored morning warning sign of them all. Number 1, waking up tired even after a full night in bed. Most people think this means poor sleep, stress, or just being older, but actually waking up drained can be one of the most common signs that blood sugar was unstable while you slept. Look, sleep is when your body is supposed to repair, reset, and recharge. But if your sugar is bouncing too low, climbing too high, or pushing you to the bathroom all night, that repair work gets interrupted. You may have been in bed for 8 hours, but your body never got 8 hours of peace. A 2021 study from Health Sciences University in Turkey found that 58.6% of elderly patients with diabetes had poor sleep quality. The poor sleepers also had higher blood glucose and higher A1C levels. In other words, worse sleep and worse sugar control went together. Not one problem, but 2 problems feeding each other. This is why so many seniors get stuck in a loop. You wake up tired, so you reach for toast, juice, or sweet coffee for quick energy. That pushes sugar up fast, then it crashes later. Then night comes, and the cycle starts again. Does that sound familiar? So what do? First, check your fasting blood sugar before breakfast for several mornings in a row. Second, keep your bedtime and wake time as steady as you can. Third, stop eating large, high-sugar snacks late at night. And fourth, move a little after dinner. Even a 10 to 15-minute walk can help your muscles use sugar better. Your dinner does not need to be fancy. It needs to be steady. One easy example is 3 ounces of salmon, 1 cup green beans, and 1/2 cup sweet potato. Another is 1 cup lentil soup with a side salad and a boiled egg. Budget-friendly works too. Beans, eggs, oats, frozen vegetables, canned tuna, and plain yogurt can do a lot of good without costing a fortune. And watch your morning habits. Coffee on an empty stomach, no breakfast, and a pastry at 10 a.m. is a recipe for a roller coaster. A steadier start is 20 to 30 grams of protein in the morning. That could be 2 eggs and 3/4 cup cottage cheese, or a simple yogurt bowl with nuts and seeds. I'd love to hear your story. What made you click on this video today? Share in the comments. Now let's pump the brakes for a second. I'm not saying this to scare you, but not every morning symptom is just blood sugar, and not every blood sugar issue is safe to handle alone. Dry mouth can come from medicines. Bathroom trips can come from prostate problems or bladder trouble. Morning headaches can come from sleep apnea, which means breathing problems during sleep. Blurry vision can come from eye disease, stroke, or dangerously high sugar. So please do not self-diagnose, and stop there. If you take insulin or diabetes pills that can push sugar too low, morning sweats, shaking, or confusion deserve extra attention. Low blood sugar can turn serious fast. If your reading is under 70 milligrams per deciliter, follow your doctor's action plan right away. If you are repeatedly waking low, your treatment may need adjusting. You should also call a doctor if your fasting blood sugar keeps running high. In general, fasting blood sugar under 100 milligrams per deciliter is considered normal. Readings from 100 to 125 milligrams per deciliter may point to prediabetes. Readings of 126 milligrams per deciliter or higher on repeat testing need medical follow-up. If you ever see very high numbers with vomiting, deep breathing, severe weakness, or confusion, get urgent help. And please, do not stop your medicine on your own. Do not double your dose on your own either. More is not always better. Safer is better. So you're convinced, but thinking, how do I actually do this? Start simple. Put a notebook and, if you have one, a glucose meter by your bed tonight. If you wake up with a symptom, write down the time and what you felt. In the morning, check your blood sugar before you eat. Do that for 3 to 5 days. Patterns matter more than one random number. Then build the easiest daily routine possible. Eat a steady breakfast within 1 hour of waking. Aim for protein first. Think 2 eggs or 3/4 cup Greek yogurt or 1/2 cup cottage cheese. Add fiber like 1/2 cup oats, 1 slice of whole grain toast, or a piece of fruit. Take a short walk after 1 or 2 meals each day, even if it is only 10 minutes. And try to keep a regular sleep schedule because the body loves rhythm. If money is tight, do not worry. You do not need exotic powders or expensive meal plans. Eggs are affordable, dry beans are affordable, frozen vegetables are affordable, oats are affordable, peanut butter, canned fish, plain yogurt, and brown rice can all fit into a budget-friendly routine. Look, there's a lot of noise out there, a lot of fear, a lot of miracle promises. But you do not need a miracle. You need to notice what your body is already telling you. You don't need to overthink this. If you wake up sweaty, thirsty, blurry, tired, or rushing to the bathroom, check your blood sugar. Write it down, watch the pattern, then bring that information to your doctor. Start with just one step tonight. Put water, a notebook, and your meter where you can reach them. That is it. Simple, clear, and powerful. Your body will tell you if it's working. Better mornings, fewer bathroom trips, sharper focus, more energy, less guessing. If this helped you, hit that like button. And if you want more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed because we post new health tips every single day. Stay healthy, stay strong.